Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to Enriched Lives, where you're worthy, you're blessed, and you are a creator. That's right. You're worthy, you're blessed, and you are a creator. Hello, I'm Brother Charles, and we have another fantastic topic for discussion today. But before we get into that, let me say this. If today is the day that you arrived upon the planet, happy birthday to you. That's right, my friends. Happy birthday to you. Why? Because you are somebody. That's right. God didn't make any junk, my friends. God didn't make any junk. Therefore, you are somebody. God didn't make any junk. So don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough, you're unworthy and all that. No, no, my friends, you are somebody. God didn't make any junk. So again, happy birthday to you if this is the day that you arrived upon the planet. Now, we like to build our discussions on biblical scripture and principles, and today we have nothing different from that. We have another fantastic topic for discussion. But this being a new year and a new attitude, we want you to embrace a new attitude. But before you can have a new attitude, this here has to be functioning correctly. This has to be functioning correctly. And what is that? Is it not your mind? Is it not your mind? Your mind has to be functioning correctly. And you have to know how to what? Use your mind. Your mind will take you to places that you cannot even think of. And your mind will also take you to a place that you say, how in the world did I get into this? All because of the improper use of your mind. Okay, now, our topic for discussion today is open-minded. Open-minded. Would you consider yourself as being open-minded? Most people say, well, yes, I am open-minded. Well, not really, but we're going to look at that as what it means to be open-minded. Open-minded simply means that you're willing to consider new ideas. That's all. You're willing to consider new ideas. Now, you will find a lot of closed-minded individuals in certain areas, especially in religions and politics and all of these areas. They're very closed-minded. You have individuals that are closed-minded in relationships. It's got to be my way or no way. These are closed-minded individuals. But if you're open-minded, you're willing to listen at the other side so that you can open dialogue. See, it's very interesting, isn't it, that we consider ourselves to be open-minded, but in essence, we're not. Just merely willing to listen at a different concept, a different idea. Listen for the other person's point of view. Don't just phase them out and say, oh, no, they're wrong, I'm right, and I'm wrong. And that is what you will run across, especially in religious circles, okay? Now, there are three things that we want you to look at in being open-minded. One is to what? Take a different view. That's right. Take a different view. Don't just say, well, we've been singing this song all before the preacher preached. We've been singing this song all the time, and I got to hear that song because the preacher's getting ready to preach, and we want to hear that song. So, no, you're being closed-minded now, my friend. You got to open up. You're going to have to open up, take a different point of view of how you see things. See, and when you take a different perspective, a different view of how you see things, then things will begin to get different for you. Now, next thing is to look at random. Look at things at random. Have a random interpretation of things. Say, oh, just deliberately look at it from a different point of view. If 2 is the number that we always pick, let's pick 5 this time. If 3 is the number we always pick, let's pick 8 this time. Whatever, do something at random. Okay, if you go to work a certain way, go a different way. We're going to do things in a different perspective at random. We just do things at random. And the next thing is to welcome the unexpected. Welcome the unexpected. Don't reject it, embrace it. See, out of the unexpected, you can find some good things, my friend. So welcome the unexpected. Don't reject it. Don't reject it. Embrace it. Now, let's look at some individuals that had open minds, open-minded individuals. There was a young man by the name of Travis Kelly. Travis Kelly. This guy was in Paris, and he was looking for a cab, and he couldn't find it. All the cabs weren't there. They were gone. They were busy or something. And he thought about it from a different perspective. He said, oh, I'm sure somebody out here would be glad to carry me to somewhere, to my destination if I pay them. And out of this thinking, this guy comes up with Uber. That's right, Uber, one of the fastest, the Uber drivers. So all the cab drivers, no, he comes up with the idea of Uber. Okay, now, radical thinking, outside thinking. He had a different perspective. He had an open mind to look at things what differently. Dr. Jones saw the individual that was known for to invent the vaccine to cure polio. Polio. Yeah, it's amazing, especially during this time that people have such a uproar about the vaccine and all that. But during the time of polio, hey, we're glad to get over something, you know. But this guy, he said, how did you come up with that? How did you find that idea to get rid of polio with vaccine? He said, well, actually, he had to look at it from a different perspective. Meaning what? He said he had to think how a virus would react. And that's how he came up with the cure. He came up with the cure. He thought from a different perspective. His mind was open to what? To new ideas. See, you can't just do the norm and everything. So what? And what is the norm? The norm? Well, we've been doing it like this for years. This is the norm. But somebody would come out and do it totally different. Oh, does that make it wrong? No, it makes it even probably better because what? You're not doing the norm. It's the norm for us to treat people a certain way. It's normal for us to not pay attention to people. It's normal for us not to listen. See, this is what causes fights and confusion, conscious warning with each other, all because they are not open to listen, to have an open dialogue with each other. See, it's very interesting, you see, when it comes to having an open mind, now, especially in politics and in religion. Here we have the Democrats don't want to hear the Republicans don't want to hear the Democrats, the religious folks don't want to listen to the senators, and the senators don't want to listen to religious people, and all the different religions, and that we're right, they're wrong, we're the only ones got the truth, everybody else is wrong. I know I got the truth, everybody. See, this comes up closed-mindedness. Doesn't mean that you have to just accept everything that you hear, but be willing to have an open dialogue, to listen. See, I want to see what your point of view is on this here. Doesn't mean that I know everything, but it means that I want to what? See your side of the story also. My mind is what? Open. So we have to look at how we can have open minds in this new year coming up. How can we be open to listen? See, you're going to have to practice listening to people. You're going to have to practice being who you are. Practice, my friend. Practice being open to new ideas. Practice being open to dialogue, whereas you can communicate more effectively. Why? Because your mind is open. That don't mean that you got to take everything without facts or without trial and error and everything. There's a story in the Bible that deals with a young man by the name of Thomas. They said, hey, Jesus done rose. And Thomas said, well, I don't believe that. I got to see. Well, Thomas was closed. No, Thomas wasn't necessarily closed-minded. He was open to receive it, but he had to know for himself. See, so when you come and tell me a lot of things, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that I'm not persuaded as to what you're saying. Therefore, I want to have some more evidence on that. See, it doesn't mean that you're ignorant, that you don't know. You tell someone something and they don't accept it right away. It doesn't mean that what you're saying is wrong. It means that there has to be more evidence, but you'll be open to look at it from that point of view also. If someone came up to you and told you something that's out of the norm, I say out of the norm, and someone say, well, I saw an alien the other day. Okay, you saw an alien. We don't see aliens every day. It's not normal to see an alien. See, you want to know what you're looking at anyway. So if you saw an alien or something that's not the norm, and you begin to go and describe it to someone, they're saying, you're probably crazy. So most people have to understand, what's the norm? What is the norm? How do we do things in normalcy? So have an open mind. Be open, my friend, to learn. See, when you're open-minded, you can grow, you can develop, you can become more open to learning and receiving. Now, that it doesn't mean that you have to just go on with everything down that comes down the track. It means that you'll go. Somebody tell you anything. This is where con people get over people. Con men and scammers get over on people because they present an illusion to them. Great gain and wealth and everything, but it's just a con. So you have to be open and say, no, this is not factual, this is not true. Don't be open to everything, but this is what we call a filter. When you have a filter in your mind, you don't let anything in there, but do be open to open dialogue with others. See, so it is imperative that you as an individual understand who you are this year, new coming up. See, I'm going to have an open mind. I'm not going to be as closed-minded. I'm going to do some things differently. Therefore, I can grow. I can grow when I begin to do things differently. See, sending different messages to your mind, saying, hey, we need to grow. We need to do things in a different manner. We've been doing it like this for years. Let's see if we can change. Let's go in a different direction. See, open-minded. How are you when it comes to being open-minded? You and I have the ability to open our minds, open your mind to receive that which is good. And you, my friend, will grow. Until next time, this is Brother Charles with Enriched Life. We want to say thank you for the time, for tuning in. May you be forever blessed upon this good earth that God has given us. Until next time, love, joy, peace, and happiness. And may these virtues forever be with you as you walk upon this good earth that God has given us. You be blessed, my friend. And remember to practice opening your mind. Don't be so closed-minded. Hear what the other side has to say also. Until next time, you be blessed, my friend. And thank you again for tuning in. We do appreciate you. We appreciate you very much. Give us a thumbs up on this and tell someone else about this. Until next time, you be blessed.